My husband's mom got so jealous of our vacation that she followed us to the same town. Jake and I had planned this quiet little weekend getaway for months, but the second I posted one photo from our hotel room, his mom suddenly decided she needed a solo vacation there too. Jake and I have been married for 3 years, and his mom Linda has this weird habit where she constantly needs to prove she is still the most important woman in his life. She calls during our date nights with fake emergencies. The TV remote stopped working. She heard a noise outside. It always turns out to be something completely minor, but somehow urgent enough to interrupt whatever we are doing, and she always tries to one-up us. If we go somewhere nice for dinner, she suddenly books somewhere more expensive the next week and posts about it all over Facebook. If I buy something new, she shows up to the next family event wearing something even fancier and makes sure everyone notices. Then Jake and I planned this small weekend trip to a quiet bed and breakfast about 2 hours away. We had been saving up for months because we honestly just needed a peaceful break together. I posted one simple photo of our room and didn't think anything of it. Within an hour, Linda called Jake saying she had spontaneously decided to take a solo trip to the exact same town. She booked herself into the giant resort directly across from our bed and breakfast, the expensive one with the spa, and immediately started sending us photos of her room, her food, and her drinks, with captions about how peaceful solo travel is. Then she showed up at the same restaurant we picked for dinner that night and started loudly talking about how much she loved traveling alone and how relaxing it was, not having to deal with other people. At that point, even Jake was getting annoyed. That's when I realized something. Linda absolutely cannot handle feeling left out. So the next morning, I posted a photo of Jake and me at breakfast with the caption, "Can't wait for our surprise plans today." Then Jake casually called his mom and mentioned we had met this really fun local couple who were showing us hidden spots around town that tourists never find. Within 20 minutes, Linda was texting nonstop asking where we were going and whether she could come too. Jake told her it was kind of a couples thing, and she went completely silent for a second before pretending she did not care. The funny part is, there was no couple, no secret plans either. We literally went back to our room, watched Netflix, ordered room service, and relaxed the entire day. Meanwhile, I kept posting random vague photos, a hiking trail, a coffee shop, some snacks from a local store, stuff with captions like "best day ever," and "so glad we met such cool people." Linda spent the entire day driving around town trying to figure out where we were. Her posts started sounding increasingly desperate. At one point, she actually spotted our car and tried following us all the way to a supermarket parking lot while we were buying chips and drinks. When we got home, she called Jake asking about the new friends. He told her they owned a local business and had already invited us back anytime we wanted. He also mentioned they were pretty private people and did not really like expanding their circle. Linda could barely hide how jealous she was. In the end, she spent way more money than she planned, stressed herself out the entire weekend, and got absolutely nothing out of the trip except frustration. Meanwhile, Jake and I got the quiet, relaxing weekend we wanted from the beginning.